And I think the guys started to realize that. And practice is critical. So is the preparation, the meetings, watching film. But then performance is always the key. So, I think the guys understand that anybody could play, whether it's Cam Batson or Tier Tart or all those guys you mentioned, Ray, Borders had an opportunity, and then just Desmond, appreciate his professionalism, working through Zoom for the whole week, pretty unique situation, not seeing him until Saturday, and then playing extensively in the game.
Jim?
And I'm just following up on Desmond, Mike, for him not to be able to play with you and then end up getting a touchdown and play as many snaps as he did. What does that say about a guy like that joining your team?
I mean, the touchdown is what it is. The ball's on the ground, and, give him credit for scooping, and somebody obviously helped him out by causing a fumble. But again, the professionalism that he showed, he was excited to be a part of our team. He was excited for a fresh start. It looks like his teammates have certainly embraced him. Probably was earned a lot of respect of theirs by understanding what we were doing, by going through those Zoom meetings. And when he came in and met with them and they talked and they were in the film room on Saturday, they probably respected him for the way that he prepared to get to that point.
Buck?
Yeah, Mike, I know you guys ended up putting up a fair amount of points, but with the offense, what was Chicago showing you that kind of slowed you guys down at the start?
Same thing they'd shown throughout the year. It's excellent defense, good inside, good in the secondary, tight coverage. So, we knew that it was probably going to be tough sledding. Hit a play down there. There were some really good third down conversions. I thought Ferk, going inside there, we had some drops that we'll have to clean up and try to eliminate. But they're an excellent defense. They're well coached and they got really good players.
John Glennon.
Yeah, Mike, in terms of the pressure, the sacks you guys were able to get today, how much did it help, do you think, being up in the game, which it hadn't necessarily been the last couple of weeks?
I don't know. Every week's different. We'll try to see what it looked like on film and, and who was winning and how the games worked and coach everything up from there. And then get on to Cincinnati or get on to Indianapolis in a real short week.
Terry?
Mike, early on, it seemed like that Ryan and the receivers were a little bit off. How much of that do you attribute to the Bears getting pressure on him, and how much do you think it's just the timing a little bit not right?
I think I'll watch the tape and we'll figure it out. But usually those are the things that somewhat contribute to that. I think there were some drops. I think there were some balls that I would expect our guys to catch.
Paul?
Mike, I'm just wondering about all the new guys with the new opportunity. How much juice can that bring, particularly on defense, with them being so eager to make a contribution?
I mean, I hope whoever's out there is eager to play. But it's always great when guys take advantage of their opportunities because then they earn, more opportunities.
Joe Rexrode?
Mike, I know you'll see more, when you look at the tape, but just from your vantage point today, how impactful was Harold out there? How important was it for him to play like that?
Well, again, we have high expectations for Harold. It means a lot to him. He's conscientious. He plays hard. We move him around different places. And, I really would want to watch the film to see how, it looked. But again, it did look like he had an impact and was helping us. And, but it takes all 11 coordinated guys and executing the game plan and playing together, communicating.
Corey?
Mike, it looked like Daquan Jones had one of his better efforts. I mean, how dominant was he for you? Was that among his best?
We'll look at the film and see how it was, but we have high expectations for Daquan. I'm sure there's some things that he did well. I noticed him. Thought he's improved. He's shedding the ball, shedding the blocker and making plays, at or around the line of scrimmage. He's one of our captains. And he provides a great leadership. And so I think, anytime that we can, coming out of that with Daquan being healthy, moving on to next week is positive.
Kyle,
Mike, it seems like one of the hardest leaps to make is from good to great. It feels like you also might have a couple guys who are in the process of doing that, A.J. Brown and Jeffrey Simmons. Do you see them making that leap? And if so, how are they getting there? How are they elevating?
I mean, we're not going to crown anybody in their, halfway through their second season. Those players are very important to us. Love coaching them. Love seeing them every single day. They work hard. They work hard in the off season in the weight room. They've got a very unique skill set with the size that each player possesses. So I'm thankful that I get to coach them. They continue to want to improve and get better. I don't think they are satisfied, which I think all players and coaches should try to adhere to, is that we're always trying to continually improve.
Gentry.
Yeah, Mike, a pretty rough couple of weeks for the defense. Just from a confidence standpoint, how encouraging do you think it is to win a game like this and kind of show that it didn't take your offense winning a shootout to get it done today?
Every week's different, Gentry. Some days, you rely on your offense. I think, we got to improve the special teams. Had some moving parts and had some guys out, and not making excuses. It has to be better. We have to be able to, to protect our punter better. We got to kick better. Certainly giving up the fake punt isn't what we're looking for. So every week is a new week, and but I think the guys were excited to be able to play well on third down, at least early. 2 minute at the end there is somewhat frustrating.
Couple follows. Jim.
Mike, I know you talk a lot about just not wanting any front runners. How you like the way your group responded to some adversity, losing a couple of games, and just what's the challenge now in turnaround playing on Thursday?
Yeah, I think that we were at a crossroads here where we were going with our season. Looking at coming off 2 losses, kind of coming back home. Proud of the way the guys played, proud of the way they prepared. And then now the challenge is to come back in there tomorrow and forget about this one and take care of our bodies. The team that gets healthy the quickest and obviously prepares in the short amount of time that we have is going to have an advantage in the football game.
Teresa.
Hey, Mike, Roger Saffold, I don't think he returned in the second half. Any update on him yet?
No.
Terry.
Mike, you seem like you patched a lot of things together, both on defense and special teams, with all the changes that were made. How did the special teams unit hold up, especially with the kicking and the punting, in your opinion?
Just mentioned that it had to be better, but getting in there with a new snapper, a new punter, and a holder, I would say that operation was okay. We have to protect the punter better. There were some moving parts in there on the punt team. Our guys covered hard. We had some really nice gunner coverage. I noticed. Unfortunately, the one got called back with the penalty. But Chris Milton and Nick and all those guys flying down there to try to disrupt the returner.
Last one. Corey.
Coach, were you trying to manage Derek's snap load today with the quick turnaround to Thursday?
I think we're always conscious, of that and what it's going to take to win the game. We got a little bit of a lead there, and we're able to, I think, kind of come off of them a little bit.